Ahoy dalmatians, and welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. So, we are back on the rescue crew mission, so with Carter. We just got away from the Tacons, so let's see what now awaits us and how we will get out of that situation.
It takes a minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for... Take cover!
Oh my god. Oh my god, I did not have my hands on my keyboard.
Now what? We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems.
We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Damn.
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll never see it coming.
Itasca, get ready to charge.
Charge?
Reversing gravity polarity. Now!
God fuck!
Amazing.
Close in!
How do we get them down?
Kill him. I would have just killed them. Don't need to be so fancy.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot him?
I haven't decided yet.
That's not just up to you.
We won't
I'm
kill
the ranking
prisoners.
officer.
And we're not in your army.
It may not be convenient, but we don't kill enemies who've surrendered.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
It's not a damn luxury.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
I mean, that's
Petty Officer
true, but...
Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
I like crystals. Use your tricorder to investigate Exceldi Bridge. Okay, yeah.
Huh.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
She's really cute.
Everything under control?
Yes, these Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Me at the same time. Ooh, tall lady. We think a lot alike.
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going. If the Resolute can't catch up to us, we're in a whole different kind of trouble.
I see.
This console looks unaffected. Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
So that's probably the thing that we need to change on, huh?
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good.
Okay, so this thing?
Engine's a red line, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
That much reactor output would drive us past the theoretical top speed of this ship. So how fast are we actually going?
Okay, the crystals are something to scan.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric
Thanks for the
pulses.
lure, Kuma.
Tetrametric.
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
How do they use it?
So how do the Takan use this tech?
It's beyond me. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
So it panned over here, so... Do you just scan someone of them? What do I need to see? Oh, there's something.
gonna be there in less than an hour.
You can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. Even with the engines pushed as hard as they are, they wouldn't produce this speed.
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first.
What is their
I would have
endgame?
thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed.
So what is their endgame? They've transformed individuals, they've transformed this ship, in a way. How far will they go?
As far as we let them. The technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power. That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk.
Uh-oh.
If they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you. I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it. The weapons must be bio-coded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control the ship with the disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Yes, get sucker punched.
Let's talk.
I would have sucker punched him.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack, making this so much worse than it already was.
Starfleet has to know, yeah, it really has to know.
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
I don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it. I don't want to cause a panic, and I doubt he does either.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my first officer,
Oh, I know that
Commander Jara Rydek.
face!
My pleasure.
Sir.
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Resurgence 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
The crew.
Oh, this old chestnut.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock. But the truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive. Or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I don't want to offend him.
Are you sure about that? I don't want to anger him.
No, you certainly do not. With a wave of his hand, he could clip your wings and cripple the Resolute. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally.
Oh, that's the original
You don't want him
voice?
thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
Does he know the Takan are
I
back?
suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me. This isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate.
Were you prepared?
I need to know you're up to this.
Were you equipped to meet Portal 6-3 all those years ago?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And we have the benefit of your experience on our side.
Fair enough. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
We will follow your
Anything
advice.
else?
Machiavelli?
Your advice is well taken, Captain Riker. No matter what he throws at us, we'll stand up to this Takan Guardian.
I'm sure you will. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious.
It's a lot to
Which
sift
is why I'm
through.
asking.
There was a lot of data stolen. A lot to sift through.
Yes, we're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
I'd raise that alarm pretty loudly if I were you. There's a lot riding on this. And if it comes to it, the Titan and I will be ready to personally lend a hand in this fight.
Let's hope it doesn't get that far.
Riker out.
Thank you for not getting too specific with Riker about the data breach. Better we handle this ourselves, without all of Starfleet hearing about
Why
it.
keep it from him?
What I don't understand is why you'd keep it from him. If you're going to tell Ambassador Spock, what's the difference?
This information will send a shockwave through the entire fleet. I'm sure Spock will agree. It should be compartmentalized on a strictly need-to-know basis. I have more research to do. So
I
do
don't
you.
trust him. Hi,
Sure, the
Butlocks.
ship's
How you
computer
doing?
has Sun Tzu in its library. Dismissed.
Jonathan Frakes does a lot of directing for a lot of episodes in the Star Trek series. Interesting.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
that was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. He's not an asset. He's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
Not for the timid.
Prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
The impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago.
Are you the scion of the
But a
flame?
new age dawns today.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Makta. And we are all scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the bridge of time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula has enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one.
Sorry.
But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion.
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire.
What is the Aphelion?
Born in this time.
And when you wake
Thank you,
the
guys.
Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
It's coming alive.
He can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then, they will come here. For you. This is a dead end.
We need a new plan.
I don't know if he's telling the truth, but I don't like it. We need a new plan.
He's just trying to talk his way out of trouble.
I don't think so.
Why would you tell us all this?
I tell you because I value my own life. When my fellow Scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle once. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death. There's a way to stop this ship for good, and he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
We hurt him, he'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes precedence above all others.
I'm not gonna torture them. Not like this. There's gotta be something we can work with here. What's this?
This display shows the location of the Takan on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are, the central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. Doesn't seem to be working here.
This is weird.
Analyze engine output.
Engine status. Right. The warp cores are still practically redlined.
Analyze travel speed.
Going this fast. It would be too dangerous to force a warp collapse by cracking one of the propulsion coils. That could rupture the hull, end up damaging the Cartabula in the process.
And that risks tearing a hole in space.
We can't have that.
However they've supercharged the Zeldi, it still relies on existing systems.
They just amplify the output?
But the Takan have already interfaced with those systems. The controls will be no use. So we'd have to find a way to manually shut down the warp cores.
Might not be a manual shutdown as much as it'll be sabotage.
No one appears to be guarding it. I think I can get us there. But once we're in, do you really think you can cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask. But I'm coming around to it.
I usually fix things.
Well, usually I'm the guy fixing the things that go wrong on a starship. I'm sure I could figure out a way to break it.
You may even find you like destroying things.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there is a war going on.
Our fight is here, now. This is how we do the most good. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all.
Uh-oh. Miranda.
I thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I'd almost hoped you'd made it off. And Nilly's there with you too, right?
Miss me?
It's good you two are together.
Sounds like you miss me.
Miranda might have. She was so hopeful about you. But that's not why I called. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us. In our time, we had the power to move stars.
You don't know me.
You have a thirst for discovery.
You have Miranda's voice, but you're not her. And you don't know me.
Of course I do. I remember... well... I remember everything. I remember us. So I'll just explain the reality of what you're up against. Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful resolution
Oh,
to
you
this.
don't. Stop
Carter,
lying.
We have a plan for you. And for the others, too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
What's the plan?
What's this plan you have? Is it the one where you steal our bodies and erase our minds?
That's a simplistic view of it. Your memories would live on within us. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Her comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it. But I'm trying to help you.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
I have a feeling that
You've forgotten something.
me attacking her all the time will lead to
They know where we're going.
something bad.
Set to stun. You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
We've managed this far without doing it your way.
We are hardly in control
Problem
of this
solved. Let's
situation.
go.
Solve the problem of what to do with him. Now let's move it.
Come on, move it, move it. Well, come on, move it, move it. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you? Follows here are anonymous, but if you want to speak up and chat and say hi. That bitch, right? Fuck Miranda.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
It's quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out. Burn marks.
The report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up. If I recall right, Geordi LaForge transported in here, hanging upside down.
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
I don't know who that is.
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
You mean Geordi LaForge, or whatever the name was.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
What's here?
Portal 6-3! Anybody!
Enterprise's resident tech hat. Okay, I see. So not really somebody I can know.
Already gave it a scan. Dead.
Data.
Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those iridium levels? Good. Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien planet.
She got a point.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing, that they served as energy collectors. It could be a good sign they're inactive. The Guardian of the Takan doesn't have his guard up.
Okay, I don't see anything else here, so let's go over the bridge.
Follow me. Ends here. Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Well, most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Good night,
Readings
Noob. Take
indicate
good
there's
care.
a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite.
Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Hope you're doing good, Burnt. Cheers, guys! Don't forget to drink.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Hi, Manitou. How are you?
Crewman LaRue,
Hello.
if you would.
Devolve to Resolute. Beam crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Is he okay?
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Burned and Manitou. Thank you, thank you. Use your tricorder to find tetrametric crystals, then shoot them with your phaser. Tetrametric radiation is visible through the tricorder.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Commander!
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Then that makes two of us. More crystals. Need a way across.
Wait, did they...
Good.
That was weird. Where is that dude? Where are you? Stop.
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
Wait, was it not somewhere here? Ah, there we go.
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
Let's go. I'm a little bit scared now. Wow, that looks cool though. Oh, flowers!
incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No, not a match.
Tetrametric.
Then it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
Pew, pew, pew.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
The plants.
And now he's pissed. Great.
Barbarians.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian? I am Guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. Don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
You really don't know?
I'm surprised you don't know. With your powers, can't you learn anything?
I can. But you should mind your words.
No, you need the...
The Resolute's database is being accessed.
The Takan have returned? After so long, how could they? Explain. Now.
Draconian technology made it possible.
He was just
to enable
with
the
his
transfer
crystals.
of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. Call it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
I'd hardly call them Takan. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality. You want me to help you destroy them.
Exactly.
That's why you've come. You want
Yes,
to
we do.
destroy these scions.
I won't lie to you. Yes, we want to destroy them.
Finally, some honesty.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
What are you doing? Where are we? Where's my team?
They are safe where we left them. That the scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning.
Oh, that's cool.
And to be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone, Jara Rydek. Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Takan. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
I see you hurting.
I see you're hurting, and I understand your pain. But pain shouldn't stop us from moving forward.
You do not understand me, nor the pain I feel for the loss of our once glorious empire.
Hi guys, how are you? And thank you so much for the lurk. Very highly appreciated. This is cool, I like it.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Coplia do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense.
I believe in the principles.
Not by my logic.
The Federation isn't an authority to be obeyed. At its heart, it's a set of principles meant to ensure the survival and safety of all species, regardless of their origin. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
He's playing hard to get, huh?
To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Takan Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. A betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
These aren't the Takan you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they tarnish the Takan name.
We faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Takan plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Takonian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own. And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain.
You knew bioforming was wrong.
You told me your people didn't use bioforming. That's because you knew it was wrong. Wrong to employ on an individual basis, and surely wrong on a galactic scale.
You are correct. The Takan did not use bioforming on a large scale. That the way these Scions are using it would not have been accepted when the Empire still stood. I'm curious to see these Scions masquerading as true Takan. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Takan. To understand their true intentions.
Yes, you're right.
For better or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return now.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, some drink, makes you comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you?
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
Follows are anonymous, but if you want to speak up and chat and say hi.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
What agency has seen so much time to question?
All right.
Uh-huh.
We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
Whoa.
This is all I need.
Oh, he's cool as fuck.
Away team +1, ready to beam up.
want to read all those things, you know. Captain Solano was thankful Jara didn't tell Captain Riker about the stolen shield algorithms. Lieutenant Bedrosian took comfort in Jara's optimism when Jara visited her in sickbay. By the way, I don't know why, but that just came into my mind. I have no idea if that's true. I think Captain Solano is a Takan. Yep. Ambassador Spock valued Jara's realistic assessment of the situation after the Resolute was attacked by the Vescor. Commander... Okay, yeah, we know that. Carter. Etzela was relieved when Carter refused to go along with Major Aminta's plan to harm the Tacom prisoner. Miranda was hurt by Carter's claim she doesn't know him, and more so when he refused to respond to her. Major Arminta was disappointed when Carter refused to let him torture the Tacon prisoner to get the information they needed. Lieutenant Commander Jowick was seriously impressed by Carter's strength and resolve when he learned there would be no rescue attempt aboard the XLD. Commander Westbrook enjoyed his conversation with Carter, coming away with the impression he's smart, pragmatic, and content with his position aboard the Resolute. Lieutenant Itasca was thankful for Carter's grit and determination when she shared her guilt over the fellow soldier they couldn't save aboard the XLD. Okay. Could also be just be incompetent. The overload incident!
4 warp cores. That's interesting.
Just copy everything.
If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Well, where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We have it handled.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
I will just shoot shit. That's how I would do it.
What are we doing?
Coolant regulator. The thermostatic sensor relays temperature signals to automatic coolant valve controls. Wait, I'm confused. What? Oh, wait, we can go. No.
Cores are running really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Hotari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
Bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
Hi, Beazle. How are you? Nice seeing you. Hope you're doing good. Hello. We just check out everything first here. But I don't think there's anything for me to see. Doing well, how are you doing? I'm doing okay, thanks for asking.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
Sounds good!
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen?
Don't ask me, I'm just pushing stuff. Safety protocols!
The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter-antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good. They've locked out the controls here too. No surprise there.
I can't release it.
So if we want to get the core out, we'll have to force the system to do it.
Or trick it.
I don't know, you magic words.
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
Hi, Di.
I'll take the one next
How
to
are you?
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know we're here.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place.
Start thinking
while
about
we
escape.
Start thinking about an escape plan. I have a feeling we're gonna need one.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
It would be a shame if those warp cores lost their cool.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Pew, 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 pew.
We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom, we don't know how much damage that
We won't be
Cartagena will
around.
do if we accidentally crack it open.
Look on the bright side. If it all goes to hell, we won't be around to see the fallout.
That certainly inspires confidence. It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Okay, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Just one more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door. We don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Ouch. My God.
Go! Finish!
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done. We're all dead.
Ejecting core.
This is so loud.
Warp drive disengaged. You did it.
Yeah, but now, what now? What's our plan now?
You got another way out of here?
I think so. Itasca, can you climb?
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella.
No! No! No, man. That sucks.
You want me? I'm right here.
Literally a true warrior, yeah, but kind of unnecessary though.
Not you too.
Calm yourself, child.
Oh, they will inject her, yep.
It will all be better soon. Wake up, Manka Umet.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink. Make yourself comfortable. I hope you enjoyed the stream. How are you?
Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
You don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
There's the
That's a
hope.
dream.
As long as she's alive and her memories are still in there, there's still hope.
Hope is what you turn to when you have nothing left you can do. And there's still something I can do for Itasca. And I shall.
I'm also pretty annoyed that she died. She was cool as fuck. Why would she die? Stranger among us. It is the captain! The captain is a Takan! What? Or maybe they just mean the Guardian.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage.
Actually, the Resolute is one of our state-of-the-art starships.
That must be some sort of contemporary humor.
She's loaded with the latest and greatest technology in the galaxy.
I've never felt more unsafe.
Damn! He's insulting us left and right.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Takan Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But That expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge. And
Diversity is our
perhaps
greatest strength.
ultimately our downfall.
The Federation prides itself on its inclusiveness. I'd say it's one of our greatest strengths.
As the Vulcans say, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Interesting. I'd be curious to meet one of these Vulcans.
You will meet Commander
If this is the
Jovik.
best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvin, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. And with all due respect to your advanced technology, the simple fact is that I won't be able to locate him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll need to make certain modifications.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
This isn't gonna fly.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation.
It's a prestigious position.
I've learned it's a very prestigious position in Takan society. Or was, I suppose. Not just anyone is selected for the role.
And fewer still are suited for it.
How impressive. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
600,000, wow.
But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
Damn, Captain!
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
Of course you're not to blame.
Of course, the fall of the Empire had nothing to do with you. We know that.
Do you? Because it seems your captain has a different opinion.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. And clearly it's with the Takan.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalty.
What an idiot.
To the Takan, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is.
It's our best
now we're
job.
supposed to give him access to everything?
Captain, I know it's a risk. But right now it's our best shot at finding Galvin and that ship.
Now I understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance. Bordering on incompetence.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither
He
away
is the
back on your
Takan.
pathetic
He's one of the
rock.
Scions.
Captain?
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize that's supposed to be an incredibly
I don't give
difficult
two
position.
shits, man. Give him access.
I was against
Or not, I'm
seeking
going
him
to
out from the
punch you.
start. But now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
He's a Takan, not a Scion.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, But not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are. You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation.
I don't give two shits about you.
Me personally, I can't afford another screw-up. Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough.
This is about more than just you. How often do I have to tell you that?
End of my career.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
It's not just mine.
I don't give two shits.
Both of ours.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes. Let me know if you find anything.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Galvan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours. The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
Someone finally removed the captain. He's either traitor or just plain stupid, but it's getting really annoying.
What is it?
Facts.
Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings.
Bonk the captain.
It's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydek to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer.
I appreciate it.
You always have my back.
They say the true measure of a leader is being able to admit your mistakes.
True, by the way.
So thank you.
It's very true.
I'll do a better job of listening. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all
Is there Tacon on board?
Or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Tacon technology requires a Tacon to operate. Is there another Tacon on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship.
Yep! We have a traitor among us!
Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Stealth Battler! Thank you so much for the 200 biddies! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe you'll get to punch the traitor, I hope.
That's better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Wait, can we not go down there? Suspected a traitor since the beginning. It doesn't make sense. And I'm pretty sure that it's the captain. Somewhere here. What makes you think it's the captain? He's weird. He's been weird all the time. And if he really thinks that he will lose his job and all that, it's just giving off weird vibes.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's
Kimmy! Thank you so much for your raid! Hello, hello, hello! How are you? Oh, it's a legendary woman raid! Hello, hello! How are you doing? Hello! Hi, Mor! Hi, Kimmy! Hello, how are you guys doing? What were you up to? What did you play? Let me give you a shout out here. How are you? Hello! Oh, Witcher 3. Oh, I bet you love it, right? Witcher 3 is such a fun game. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Is it your first playthrough or like your second? Or what were you up to? Tell me everything. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. Okay.
Still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
My name is Gia. Hello to all the raiders. I'm from Germany, but I do stream fully in English, but that's sometimes the reason why my English isn't that good, because I'm not a native speaker. We are currently playing Star Trek Resurgence, as you can see here. It's a fun game. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. It's very Life is Strange-like, so it's more like a storytelling game. So yeah, thank you so much again for the raid. If you need to raid and fade, I completely get it, by the way. Please don't feel pressured into staying here. I know streaming can be quite exhausting, but thank you so much. Playing Witcher 3 for the first time. It's already one of my favorite games, so unbelievably obsessed. Is it your first day also playing it? Oh my god, you will love it. It's so good. It's such a good game. You will 100% love it, love it, love it, love it. Maybe now I need to go to the other side. Wait. It's here somewhere, right? Yeah.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
More! Thank you so much for your follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab yourself something to eat, some of the drink, makes it comfortable. I hope you enjoyed the stream. How are you? Okay, now to that side. There we go. Just finished fixing what I broke 3 hours ago. Oh no!
Found it.
And they did not see that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you belong here? Commander Rydek.
It's him!
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
No, not the rookie.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes. You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
I mean, it's him. I'm really sure.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
It is great.
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty.
I mean, on the
I'll
other
leave you
hand,
alone already.
on the other hand, he wouldn't just let me leave here, right?
Come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylis?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Kimmy, thank you so much for your follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do also grab your system to eat some of the drink, makes it comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. Who is it now?
Maybe Tylis saw something.
The only problem is that I will go offline also very soon. But let's talk to Tylis. Let's just finish this chapter and then afterwards we are done here for today. Sadly rated in straight at the time where I'm planning to go offline. Star Trek Elite Force 1 and 2 are strong. Recommend if you're a Star Trek fan. It's my first touchpoint with Star Trek at all.
Tylis, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a Scion on board? But Dr. Duvall bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
We have to trace contacts.
We have to trace every contact, starting with engineering, which is where the device was planted.
At least that narrows the list. But we still have to go back quite a while.
Whatever it takes.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit,
Yes, I do.
I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Non-engineering personnel?
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
That helps.
Duplicates?
I'll filter out the duplicates.
Now this is manageable.
Hotari delegation.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
3.
Let's see who's left.
I knew it!
No. This can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And
It
no
adds
one
up.
would question it. He's the captain.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari, so they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
What happened when Dr. Duvall bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it.
Okay.
I found...
But we will do that next time. Because I don't know how much longer this is, and it also just saved here in that moment. So we will close off here for today. To everybody who's currently watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's part of Star Trek Resurgence. And if you guys would like to, we do see each other on the next part of it. Bye!